So yesterday was another blessed day. It was a little bit of a struggle as we had some struggles in the kitchen. The things didn't quite all fall together the way we had hoped, but it was great. It worked out great. The chicken and noodle dinner that Donita cooked up for everyone, and that was it was top notch. And can't tell you how many times people repeated that and let us know, and some of them finished it right there in front of us, So it was a well-received treat for them. I just want to share a couple things myself, and then I'll hand it over to the rest of them because I know we need to keep things short. But a couple weeks ago when we led the service, we talked about the scriptures about fear. In the Bible, there's 366, I believe, in the Bible about fear. But when God talks about the homeless, the poor, the needy, the broken spirit, there's over 2,000 references to that. So that's definitely on God's heart. So from Deuteronomy 15:7, if there is among you a poor man of your brethren within any of the gates in your land, which the Lord your God has given you, you shall not harden your heart nor shut your hand from your poor brother. So God has given us this territory. City of Des Moines, Granger, Huxley, wherever we reside, that is our territory. We work and we play and we worship in these areas. And one of the things I don't want to have is I don't want to have a hardened heart. I know where that'll lead me. I know where that will lead me. So I would caution you, look up scriptures about what God says about his needy and poor. One other one's Proverbs 14. He who despises his neighbor sins, but he who has mercy on the poor, happy is he. And that's in the New King James. So once again, I don't know that any of us want to intentionally sin. And who doesn't want the joy and the happiness that God offers us? We've already worshipped about that, and I just think it's key. So one more. He who has Proverbs 19 and 17. He who has pity on the poor lends to the Lord. That's kind of powerful. Lending to our God that gives us of everything. So he who has pity on the poor lends to the Lord, and he will pay back what he has given. So so God is we're gonna get our just reward, whatever that is. How do we treat those around us? So with that, the only other one I want to add today was we were on the south side off Southeast 14th Street, and we seen a fellow in a wheelchair. Charlie had split off from us at that point to help some other people, but Barb and the girls were behind us, and this fellow was sitting in his wheelchair, and he was facing away from Southeast 14th Street, just kind of, I don't know, he just looked like he was in a daze, just didn't really know. So I walk over to him and ask him if he's hungry, and if, we told him who we were and what we did, and asked him if he'd like a meal, and he says, yeah, absolutely. So I ran back to the truck. I probably walked. I may not have ran. But so then I get back over there. I hand the guy the meal, and I think his response was, well, God bless you, man. I said, oh, and he does. He does. And he looked up, and I don't know, there was just something about it. His whole countenance changed. He lit up, and I've thought about it several times, and it's just how he lit up and changed. Thank you. And but he saw something, and I pray that was the hand of God. So it was a neat conversation. He lives in a senior housing unit not far from there, and but it was a blessing to me. So I just want to share that, and thank you, Lord.
Yesterday we ran out of food really quick, the boxes wise, and we handed out a lot of meals. I don't know how many it was. Yeah, it was over 100, I know. But if anybody that's got some men's large shoes that they're not wearing or anything, we could use them because we got plenty of socks right now. But shoes, 12s or 10s.
9 through 12.
I had two gentlemen that didn't have shoes yesterday when I was waiting for them at FedEx. The gentleman, I fed him, and he had socks on. He was walking around. And the other gentleman was me and you and when we were together, and he had socks on, but that was it. And we gave him a couple pairs of socks, but we could sure use the shoes. But yeah, we ran out of meals really quick. I mean, they were just out. Everybody was out, and it was great. I mean, there was
one guy talked about that he didn't think he was going to eat.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't think he was going to eat for a week. And, I mean, we're a blessing to them, and they're a blessing to us, too. They're opening up their hearts to us. They listen to us. They pray with us. And it's a miracle to me. And I thank God for it.
Well, yesterday was another amazing day, and I got to see Dakota again, my friend that I've been following for quite a while, and he's looking for a job now. He wants to get him and his mom off the street. They had some money to get a place, but living on the streets, is not a real safe place, and someone's stole their money. So he's looking for a job. So hopefully we can get him a job, and then he can get off the street. But it was just amazing. Dakota just has something in my heart. And on the good side, my son is in the house. Two of my sons are in the house today. Amen. I just got to work on the rest. Okay.
This is kind of more of a testimony. But God's telling me to say it, so I have to. So Saturday, I was really discouraged. I'm a perfectionist when it comes to my cooking, and if something goes wrong, I kind of have a meltdown. And that's what happened yesterday, and I was still feeling discouraged this morning when I came in here. Whew, but God has filled me up. When Mike and I got married, of course, we said our vows. It was kind of in a hurry because my grandma was dying of ovarian cancer, and she had asked him, when are you going to make an honest woman out of my granddaughter? So we got married quickly in her bedroom, and today was the first day that we held hands, and when we walked across the line, I really felt for the first time as a married couple that we walked towards Jesus. And I see the change in him, and God is just showing me every day what he can do, and I still get discouraged, and he just continues to keep showing up. So that's how.
We had one lady that got a car. Now she's looking for a job. And she's wanting to come to church.
So, once again, we just want to thank everybody that continues to prayerfully and financially support the Street Kings ministry side of it, the Bond of Unity Food Pantry. Our part doesn't necessarily happen without the Bond of Unity Pantry as well. So if anybody is feeling led, talk to Terry about volunteering there or myself with our team here. And I really believe that you'll be blessed. I know we are.